Alright, today I wanted to sort of complain and vent about the struggles of being an ENFJ type 2. So last night I cried myself to sleep for hours, and I sort of had this feeling of I want love in my life. I want high quality friends. I want a high quality relationship. I don't want to put effort into things that are fruitless. I feel like the effort I do put in isn't appreciated, and that I'm the only one putting in effort. All that effort doesn't seem to get me anywhere. But I feel so burnt out by daily tasks in life. I feel so burnt out by just working and cooking and cleaning and parking the car and doing adult stuff, but I feel like I don't even have the energy to put toward the things that I want, and I'm just sitting here crying, feeling like I don't know what to do. I have found myself being flakier and flakier with people that I feel like are awesome people, and I've been too tired to go take a meeting with someone that might be a good freelance prospect. I've been too tired to hang out with friends when they've asked. I've been too tired to do some collaborations that I've been excited to do. And in those moments, it's because I have to put myself first. And I feel like I don't know how to guess how much alone time I'm going to need. And I don't know how to guess how much energy I'm gonna have to give, because I just sort of go my whole life assuming that I have limitless energy to give, so I say yes to everything that I want to do. So it's not necessarily the same as not knowing how to say no. I know how to say no, but there are just too many things that I actually do want to do. And I'm finding myself becoming even more flaky because for some reason I don't have the energy to give. And why don't I have the energy? Because I don't have quality relationships, enough quality relationships in my life. I don't have enough people putting any energy into me. And this happens to the ENFJ type 2 creature. When this happens, they are burnt out. They have nothing left to give. And me, are in this position where the only way to get me out of this is love and attention and appreciation. And I don't have any to give. So how am I supposed to get out of it? I've been giving too much to things that aren't fruitful. I've been giving too much and not in a reciprocal way. It's my own fault for giving to people and to things, giving my precious energy away. But now what? The only thing to make me happy is love, relationships, and I don't even have the energy to put toward that. I barely have the energy to make myself food every day. And then another struggle I have is how I hesitate to call myself depressed whenever I get into situations like this. Because I'm just the type of person that I'm always going to look at the bright side. I'm always going to be optimistic. And that isn't always the best thing because I'm crying because I feel like I have nobody to turn to during the dark times. I have a lot of people in my life, but I don't have anyone that I feel comfortable turning to whenever I'm feeling weak, whenever I'm feeling shameful or unworthy. It's like, what do I do in those moments? Where's the Meghan that is there to help me? Because I'm always that person for everyone else, but nobody else is that person for me. People want to be around me whenever I'm talking about theories, whenever I'm being interesting, whenever I'm being funny, whenever I'm being happy, whenever I'm being a bright light. They don't want to be around me whenever I'm crying. They don't want to be around me whenever I'm confused, whenever I'm stressed. Nobody wants to be around that. But I want to be around other people when they're in those situations. But am I abnormal for thinking that? Gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, so I feel like nobody wants to be... Oh yeah, it's my own fault for putting effort to the wrong people and things, but how am I to know? Oh, I know what I was going to say, is that... Fuck. Oh, my optimism is almost hurting me because I am crying, I'm thinking all these things, and I'm like, then my brain very loudly is like, at least you have a job, at least you have family, at least you have a place to live. You know, like, all this positivity is so loud that it won't even let me experience my pain. And my NFP friends, shout out to NFPs, have always told me the value of sitting with those feelings and not like rationalizing them away. That's what I always do. I always rationalize them away. I always look at the bright side. I'm always optimistic. It seems like TPs, okay, I'm not gonna even say that, but TI users in general can rationalize away their feelings, but they can either do it in an optimistic or a pessimistic way. Like, oh, everything's fine. You FJs tend to be like, everything's fine. TPs tend to be like, yeah, everything sucks, but there's no use thinking about it. Or like, I don't know, but either way, like, I'm really trying to learn from and channel my inner INFP side during this, but yeah, that's where I'm at, is that the only thing that will satiate me is love and relationships, but I'm finding myself not even having the energy to put toward them. It's almost like the only thing that will get me out is another person like me that is just as loving and will give more than what I'm willing to give right now. And that doesn't seem fair, and I don't know how to receive that sort of love, and of course it's not around. But it almost feels like a lose-lose. I was just talking for God knows how long before I realized that the fucking video turned off. I don't know how I don't have enough space to just talk for 15 minutes without it stopping. But anyway, so I have like quite a few acquaintances in my life right now that I think are really awesome, that I think could be good friends. But the issue with me is that what fills me up as an ENFJ too, and what takes absolutely no energy for me, is to talk about feelings, to talk about who are you, what are your goals, what are your dreams. And I only have so much energy. I apologize if I already said this. I don't remember how long I've been talking, but I only have enough energy to like maybe go out like once a week and like go get coffee like once or twice. Like, it takes so much energy for me to just feed myself and clean my room and do these adult things or whatever. But like, the thing is that all this energy of cutting through the bullshit with people before we get to the core is so stressful, and that is where I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels. Like, I don't care. I don't want to get coffee. I don't want to I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to talk about what's on TV. I don't want to talk about the news. Like, I don't care. I don't want to talk about that. That's a waste of my time, and it's not interesting, and it wastes my energy. I want to talk about, I want to feel connected. And the thing is that that's not the norm And it's not really accepted or how it works to just be there. And it's not even just that I worry about what people think. If I was to be like, hey, who are you? Let's get vulnerable now. It's not just that it's against the norm, but that's not how people work either. Like, you have to build them up. You have to ease into it. Like, people aren't just going to be like, hi, nice to meet you. Here's my deepest, darkest secret and my biggest fear. People aren't going to do that. But the thing is, the thing that I'm dealing with right now is that, yes, I'm an extrovert. I need other people to fuel me, and I resent that need. I don't want to have that need. I don't want to be needy. But that sort of deep connection, that sort of conversation, that sort of somebody showing their vulnerable side to me, that is like my fuel as an ENFJ type 2. Like, I can't just get up in the morning and do another day without there being people to spend my life with. And that makes me feel weak as hell. That makes me feel needy. That makes me feel like I'm not independent. And that's the thing, is that I am independent. Like, I'm not gonna do what anyone tells me to do. And I think that people mistake my desire for connection as not having a backbone or not being true to myself. But humans are social creatures, and I think that a lot of people forget that. And I don't want to live my life alone. Like, I want to have people to spend it with. I don't want to have to try, like, I don't want to have to camouflage parts of my personality. I want to be my complete, authentic self 24/7, and I don't want to be judged for it, but also I don't want to feel the residual uncomfortableness whenever I know that I've made someone feel uncomfortable. Even if it doesn't matter what they think. I know it doesn't matter what they think, but it makes me uncomfortable when I feel that somebody else is uncomfortable. I can't change that about me. I'm just picking up their emotions. I don't want to be in an environment where people feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. And I'm not going to change. I just am going to get the fuck out of their way and not talk to them anymore. You know? That's just kind of how it is. Like, I don't necessarily care what people think in the sense of that it's going to inform me or my personality, but I do care in the sense that I am going to be picking up the feedback of what they think, and that's just how it is, because that's what my brain is focused on. And God, I just feel so alienated and alone in this world whenever I feel like the thing that I crave, which is intimacy, is the thing that so many people fear. And that means that people fear me. People don't want to be around me. People can't take me for too long. Because my fuel, the thing that makes me want to wake up in the morning, and the thing that prevents me from focusing on work or taking care of myself, is the fact that I need intimacy. And like I said, I resent those emotional needs. I wish that I was able to give all day long, but unfortunately I do have needs. Unfortunately, I am not a superhuman, even though a lot of ENFJs like to pretend that they are. I can't give to you all day long, and I don't want friendships where people only want me whenever they want me to brighten the mood or be funny or share something interesting. When are you gonna share something interesting with me? When are you gonna ask me questions about me? And I know that because of the way... Hi, my name is Meghan LeVota, and I'm afraid of deleting podcasts on my phone because for some reason I'm convinced that I'm going to somehow listen to like the 300 that are saved. And I'm afraid of unsubscribing because I don't want to forget that those podcasts are there. And so it's really making my video editing confusing because I'm too lazy to use my camera. I don't want to use my computer because it's not as quality as my phone right now. So we're just gonna roll with it, and we're gonna hope that this rant makes sense, and I'm gonna try and wrap it up right now. Basically, I feel like my needs are society's fears. I need intimacy. I need connection. I need authenticity. If I don't have that, I don't know how to function. And it makes me feel so alienated in this world whenever, like, so many of my friends don't want to be around me during those vulnerable parts because most people don't want to be around anyone during those vulnerable parts. I don't blame them for that, but I resent myself for my emotional needs. I don't want to have emotional needs. I want to be giving all day long. I don't want to depend on anyone. I want to live my life, change the world, do my thing. I don't want to have to be waiting on, like, true love to knock on my fucking door. I don't want to have to, like, have, like, 5 bajillion, like, coffees with people that I have mutual interests with and try and get to know them slowly. I don't want to. I just want to live in a fucking world where everyone loves each other, and, like, why is that so much to ask? You know, like, why does it have to be so hard? And why does it have to be so hard for me to find a place in this world unless it looks like that? And if you want to know why ENFJs and people that are type 2s are always trying so hard to change the world, it's because we don't feel comfortable in this world. I'm not okay with this world. I cannot function in this world. And the only energy that we have is toward changing it, because it's the only thing that we know how to do. And I found that whenever I don't have a goal that I'm going toward, I literally crash. Like, to be honest, like, I moved out of my parents' house, I got a raise, and I'm sort of just like, well, now what? I still don't have money for anything, and I don't have any time to try and figure out how to make more. And my life still, it's just like not having, it's like, it's almost easier for me to be like, I'm living at my parents' house, but I am slowly saving up to move out. Like, that would be an easier world for me to live in, because I know that every day I'd be closer to this goal. But right now, I feel like the goals that I have are so ridiculous. Like, oh, world peace. Oh my goodness. Like, come on. Like, this is the same thing that people have been fighting for years. Why do I think that I'm going to be able to do it? You know, like, but how come I don't know how to function in this world whenever I'm just, like, always soaking up everyone's emotions, and I'm always realizing, like, oh, this person doesn't feel valued, oh, that person felt dismissed by that person, oh, that person wants this, like, oh, this person is self-sabotaging from their desire, oh, this person doesn't feel worthy, that's why they're in the background, like, and these aren't assumptions per se. Everyone has their own story, but, like, whenever you're noticing and picking up emotions your entire life, you can kind of figure out what the trends are. And it is overwhelming. It is overwhelming to go to the grocery store and see the person sigh when they're helping you, because you know they want to be anywhere else but there. I don't want to live in that world where I feel bad for that person at the grocery store because they fucking work there. I don't want to live in a world where the people that serve us food, the grocery store, literally all these things that we just expect to have in society, those people aren't happy because they aren't valued by their employer and they don't have enough money to be a human. Like, I don't want to live in this world where we just are not appreciating everyone for their gifts and for who they are. And I don't know how to function in a world that's not like that. And that's why I put so much of my energy whenever I have it into changing it, or figuring out how to change it, or figuring out how to make people feel better so that they can maybe try and change it themselves, because we can't do it alone. And I can't do it alone, and I don't know how to ask for help because I don't want to look dumb, I don't want to feel weak, but god damn it, like, I know that I don't suck, like, I know that there are people that would like me and that would want to help me, but I don't know how to go from where I am now to being a person that has people helping me. And that is the struggle of being an ENFJ type 2, is that we are extremely, it's like every time that I feel like crying or something, I almost like don't let myself, because I'm like, Nope, you have work to do. Like, nope, you should meditate. Nope, you should do yoga. Nope, you should watch this inspirational video. No, you should do this. You should do this. And, like, nope, because there are other people that have it worse than you. And all of this logic side is strong. And the introverted thinking of an ENFJ is strong. And we're going to try and do the right thing. We aren't going to just cry all the time. Like, even though I know that crying's important and I think it's valid and I think that people should do it, like, it's not something that freely comes because my life is fine by most standards. How come I'm sad? Doesn't make sense. So why should I cry? And why should I ask for help whenever I have nothing specific to ask? The only thing specific is I want to be loved and supported and validated and protected. And come on, like, nobody wants to give that. Everyone's thinking about themselves, but why can't more people think of others? Why don't you realize, like, what you have to gain from helping others? The only way that I ever, like, I almost, like, hide this part because I get such a high off of helping others because it reminds me what life's all about. But I wish that, it's like I almost wish that I didn't have these feelings, because then I would be able to continue helping others and continue being reminded what life is all about. But what about me? When's anyone gonna help me? And that's sort of my rant. Like, I'm not honestly having a great time. Like, I am not really enjoying life right now at all. But, you know, you live and you learn. So here's my rant about being an ENFJ type 2. I hope that some people are related. I hope that it can help some people that aren't ENFJ type 2s understand a little bit. Thank you for watching.